So as you all know, Trump illegally abducted Maduro of Venezuela, did a regime change there, and now he's also like seizing the oil, stealing it. He put like $300 million from the oil money in a private account in Qatar.
Hey everybody, this is Troy over at Uncomfortable Truths. Thanks for checking me out. So today we have to talk about Trump and his continued warmongering, and we've got to admit it, those of us that voted for Donald Trump thinking that he was going to be some sort of a peace candidate, we were duped. And guys like Kyle Kulinski, who I was out saying, I can't believe you're telling people to vote for Kamala Harris. She's a warmonger, just like Joe Biden. Well, we were wrong too, guys, because the reality is Trump has been horrible on international policy, and he's trying to drag us into wars all over the world, and he's doing a pretty good job with it. So let's take a look at Kyle, because frankly, he was right about this one.
You also had the bombing of Iran, the bombing of Nigeria, the bombing of Yemen and Somalia. You had all these things, all this warmongering going on. But Trump got a little high on his own supply after Venezuela, and now I think they're going to bomb Iran again. They didn't yet because Trump didn't have the warships in the region, which were needed. So even Israel was like, hey, don't do it yet. We need your warships here to protect us after that, right? So I think they're going to bomb Iran again. But still on that list now, you have Colombia on that list, you have Mexico on that list. You also have Cuba on.
So that's exactly what we've got going on, guys. Trump has instigated all of these fights, and he's continued the wars that Biden helped start, despite the fact that he ran on a peace platform, saying he was going to end the war between Ukraine and Russia. And meanwhile, Trump has actually continued arming them. He's done the exact same thing that Biden was doing, and he's even armed them in ways that Biden refused to do. So when Trump goes around saying that he's some sort of peace candidate, you just got to brush it off, guys, because the guy's a liar. It's just not true whatsoever. He helped Israel. Now he's continuing to help Ukraine. He is not interested in actually stopping these wars. He's increasing them. And on top of doing that, he's threatening our allies. He's threatening people all over the world. And also now he's threatening Cuba, which admittedly not an ally. But do we really need to be going around making more problems for ourselves? There is no reason whatsoever for us to go around and be the world's police. That is the complete opposite of America first, and it's why people like me didn't support him. But let's go ahead and take a look, because there is a plan outlined for exactly how Trump's going to start this war.
On that fucking list. So ready? Look at this from Politico. Trump administration weighs naval blockade to halt Cuban oil imports. Energy is the chokehold to kill the Cuban regime, said a person familiar with the discussions. So what they're going to do with Cuba is similar to what they're doing with Venezuela, where it's basically an all-out economic war. And the idea is we are going to literally starve the country to death. So either you're going to die, or we hope you're going to revolt and take out your leaders. That's the goal here. But make no mistake about it. They are starving countless civilians. It is literally starving civilians so that you could put a U.S. puppet in charge of Cuba. All right.
So that's the game plan, guys. Apparently we're going to deal with Cuba Israel style, and we're going to starve out the entire population, because there's no way to make a more peaceful nation next to us than for you to go ahead and starve their mothers and fathers and their children. And the people that survive, I'm sure they're going to be absolutely thrilled with the United States. There's no way that that could blow back against us. But that's the Trump plan. And while he's doing that in Cuba, he's also kidnapping the elected president of Venezuela. And if you think that we're not going to have repercussions from that down the road, I don't know what to tell you. Because remember, guys, when we went to Afghanistan, everything was fine at first, and it seemed like we'd pulled it off. And then what ended up happening? We lost. And that's going to continue happening because he's spreading the empire way too thin. He's getting in fights with not only our adversaries, but also with our allies. For some reason, we are spending all of our time literally trying to push our allies away while we're getting into wars all over the world. It's not going to work, guys. And this problem is really becoming worse and worse because other countries are seeing it and they're stepping away from the dollar, which is America's way of controlling the economic system. We've benefited from this for years, and now that benefit is going to start slipping away from us. And all of this could have been avoided literally by following his own promises that he made on the campaign trail, by just staying out of these pointless wars. But unfortunately, guys, there's more.
They don't think twice about it. They murdered an 80-year-old grandma and a single mom who was 45 years old, who was trying to save her daughter's life when they decided we're going to illegally kidnap Maduro. and then we're going to steal their oil. Like, they don't care. They don't care about all of the death and destruction, the genocide in Gaza, that we're arming and funding that. We're looking away and letting Netanyahu complete his final solution. They want to build a billionaire futuristic AI tech city on the skulls of dead Palestinian babies. This is who we're dealing with, historic criminals.
And unfortunately, guys, here's the uncomfortable truth. Kyle Kulinski was 100% correct. Donald Trump was not the peace candidate, and in the last year that he's been president, we have seen that. He is a warmonger just like the rest of them, and he should absolutely be locked up for all of these war crimes that he has committed. This is absolutely unacceptable, and people like me who urged you to vote for Donald Trump, we were wrong on this one, guys. The promise of peace was not carried out, and we received the complete opposite of what was promised. So that's what we have, guys. If you like the uncomfortable truths, do me a favor and hit like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.